Hello, everybody. It's Lisa again from the Miller Life. I don't know why I always stutter when I say Mama Miller. I'm a jackass. So, we're going to do one more comedian. I've been getting a lot of requests for Louis C.K. I've never heard of him. Usually I don't hear of new comics unless my daughter brings the attention to me. Or brings it in attention to me. That's why I'm usually old school. Howie Mandel, Stephen Wright. She asked me the other day, Mom, I'm really surprised you haven't done Stephen Wright. You love him. And I absolutely love him. I absolutely love Howie Mandel's stand-up comedy back in the day. So I have to check out some new stuff. Wanda Sykes. She's another fantastic comedian. Us family have to stick together. So, don't forget, Wava doesn't know it yet, but Sunday, this coming Sunday, her and I are going to do a reaction. Couple different reactions, actually. We're going to make an evening of it. She just doesn't know it yet. I need to slip her a Mickey. And so, yeah, we're going to do that because I don't think there's any lesbian reaction videos out there. And if there isn't, I'm going to research it, number one, to make sure there isn't. Number two, I want to be the first. I want her and I to be the first because we're a great couple. So, with that being said, let's get into Louis C.K., of course, but maybe. The story of my life. Whenever I commit to doing something, I'm immediately pissed off that I committed to do something because I'm a spontaneous person and I maybe go on totally to the left on this, but this may not be what this means. Usually I'm always canceling whatever it is I plan. Because who knows, maybe that day you're not going to feel like doing it. What the hell am I doing? Oh, okay, I know what I'm doing. Sorry. I've got all these cables around me.
You know, you have your bad thoughts. Hopefully you do good things. Everybody has a competition in their brain of good thoughts and bad thoughts. Hopefully the good thoughts win. For me, I always have both. I have like the thing I believe, the good thing. That's the thing I believe. And then there's this thing. And I don't believe it, but it is there. It's always this thing and then this thing. It's become a category in my brain that I call, of course, but maybe. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus.
But maybe.
I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now. Do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people and we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit. Thanks a lot, folks. You guys were great. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Him I like. He's my kind of funny. Not that there's anything wrong with the harshness of Bill Burr. I mean, he's pretty hardcore. And I like a lot of what he has to say. He's along the lines of George Carlin. This other guy, of course. But maybe, you know, I'm on that bus. Not with all that he says. I'm not, you know, I'm not a big fan of people. I have a very small circle of friends. Very small, close friends. I don't let too many people in there. And if I do, you're in there forever. No matter how many times you fuck me over, you'll be in there forever. That's my fault. But that just keeps my circle that much smaller, because I won't let anybody else in there. And my wife and I talked about that last night. You know, I'm not a person to communicate or talk I never talk on the phone. Hardly ever. I hate talking on the phone. My mother and I FaceTime each other. My sister and I will FaceTime each other, though it's been a few days. You know, there's certain people, my David, he and I will FaceTime each other or pick up the phone and call one another. But most generally, I do everything I can to avoid the telephone. So, therefore, I have my beautiful Apple phone. My iPhone 8S Plus or 8 Plus or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I could do all that while sitting on the toilet. So, I could upload a video. So that dude was pretty right on. I liked him, and I'm going to definitely be doing some more Louis C.K. I'm still going to do some Bill Burr, but You guys may not like my reactions to Bill Burr because I'm not 100%, like he hasn't won me yet. I feel like Louis C.K. has won me, and I've only seen one video. I'm gonna hold out on my verdict on that one. So I'm done for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Subscribe, like, and comment. Share. And I love y'all. I'm growing so fast. I mean, we're over 600 already. And I think yesterday, what the hell's on my nose? I think yesterday I was at 5 something. So thank you to everyone who mentions me. Thank you for stopping by. Even with a negative comment, you stopped by. Thanks. So, see you later.